Police officers Gerald Hempe and Charles T. Smith were shot and killed about 10 p.m. on January 31, 1973. The two officers were on patrol in their district and called the dispatcher and said they wanted another squad to meet them as soon as possible in the 2300 block of North Palmer Street. That was the last transmission from the men. As officers Hempe and Smith were arresting the passenger, the driver got out of the car and began shooting at them. Two detectives were 4 blocks away when they heard the transmission. When they arrived, the two officers were found lying in the street behind their van. Officer Charles Smith was 24 years old and had been with the Milwaukee Police Department for less than a year. Officer Gerald Hempe was 31 years old and had been on the force for 6 years.
My name is Jennifer Starker. I was married to Officer Charles Smith. We were married, he was my first husband, and we were married almost 4 years at the time of his death. We actually met at Great Lakes Naval Station. Charles was stationed there and I was working in the cafeteria. And one day he says to me, "I'm going to pick you up after work." I said, "No, I got to ride home." And he was there and I thought, oh Lord, how am I going to get rid of this guy? I was fascinated by his accent. I think it went both ways. I think he was fascinated by mine, because at that time I was working in the naval base, and my co-workers called me English and his co-workers called him Alabama. So we had this Alabama English thing going, and I think that's what his stubbornness. And of course he was tall and good looking. I can't overlook that either. Charles was from Fayetteville, Alabama. He was born and raised there. He was one of 3 boys. He spent 4 years in the Navy. He was stationed aboard the USS Bonhomme Richard during the Vietnam War era. He liked being a police officer. He did it to make a difference, not to change the world. That was not anything he thought he could do, but he thought he could make a difference. And he was looking forward to maybe getting on a basketball team, because he was 6'4". It's been 47 years. Still miss him. But I treasured the time that I had with him. It wasn't long, but it was great.